Happy Friday. Looks like I am live. We're going to check to see if we're live across all 5 platforms in a second. I'm adjusting my headset, getting comfortable. Hi, I'm Kesha with CyberSMAC. CyberSMAC is my moniker that I made up. It stands for cyber and smack. Put it together, get CyberSMAC. SMAC stands for Social Media, Mobile, Analytics, and Cloud because I'm certified in cybersecurity and social media marketing. I would just say social media, and which is why I've combined the two. The reason being is because I believe that they are tools for business to use. The SMAC is a framework. It's somewhat similar to the framework that you hear all the time, STEAM and STEM. STEAM being science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, and STEM being STEAM without the art. Although the difference between SMAC, STEAM, and STEM is that SMAC is a business tool to be used to maintain and increase business, same as cybersecurity. And and STEAM and STEM are educational tracks. So that's the difference. That's the difference between the two. Yeah. And I'm always working on my lighting here, so I'm hoping that my lighting is good. I'm up for some studying. It's late. It's Friday. It's not that late. It's 9 o'clock. I thought my power hour was 7 p.m., but it looks like that I don't have a study hour per day set up yet. I'm going by just my own personal schedule. And we are here to study. I am going to try to pull up this Comptia. Here it is. Found it. Pulling up my Comptia page. Let me go here so I can see both here. Get my computer done. I really didn't pull up a meme for us to talk about, so we'll have to find one. No, we're not going to talk about a meme today. Today we're going to talk about what I think. Okay, I am so new to the cybersecurity industry. Yet I'm not so new that I feel like I don't understand what they find is valuable when you're new. And I just want to talk about that because there's people that want to get into the industry. And I hear a lot of times that they don't know how. And they don't know what's valuable. And right now, I would just say, and then the third thing is I hear people say that I don't know if I'm qualified enough. I don't know if I'm smart enough. I don't know if I could do that. And to those people who have doubts, I would just say, just do it. Just go for it. If you're on social media, if you're on the internet, if you've ever retrieved your internet once your internet went out somewhere, you're qualified. You are helpful. You would be helpful. Now, that's my own opinion. And I'm thinking that the IT industry would find someone valuable if they are knowledgeable with skills, if they have certifications, and there is debate over whether or not you need a degree. But I would just consider all of the above, your wherewithal, knowledge, and education, and go for it. And even if you didn't have all of those, I would just go for it. I am not the smartest person in the world. And I am determined, and I do like what I like. I do like computers. I like where the computers have gone from just being a tool for schoolwork to being a tool for business, a tool for everyday lifestyle, a tool to make money, a tool to connect with people, a tool to make the world smaller. It's a tool. And so I would encourage anyone who's interested or knows anything about the tool to just go ahead and get into it. Just do it. You know, I am certified in cybersecurity from University of Central Florida through the program. I would say it is a boot camp. It's a year-long boot camp, almost a year-long boot camp. It goes about 11 months, 10 months boot camp. And I would say it's completely worth it. Do it. I would go for it. And I'm certified in cybersecurity. And so now I'm studying for my A+ examination. But I do want to say I want to thank my alma maters, any school that I've gone to. In University of Central Florida, it's great. And the program was put on, the cybersecurity boot camp was put on by Hacker USA. And now they are known as ThriveDX. And they have an excellent program. And I'd also like to thank Restream, who is assisting me and partnering with me to assist me at broadcasting live on 5 different platforms right now, 5 different platforms. Thank you for coming in to study with me. Those 5 platforms are Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Yeah. Well, thank you. Okay, so this is a super nerdy type of session. You know, I don't have any wow thrills or any razzle dazzle to anything that I'm doing right now. I am just studying. It's a very nerdy thing. I am a super nerd and proud. I'm a cool nerd and proud. I need to get my glasses clean. My glasses are smudgy. I can't see much. Are those her glasses?
Yes.
Thanks. Thank you. It's my husband. He's Mr. Gentleman all of the time. Thank you for that. I think he actually carries things around because he knows as a lady I will ask for them. And he's such a gentleman. He provides them. Thank you. Anyway, my glasses are, oh my God, they're so much more clear. I think they can even see my eyes now. That's so much grit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So anyway, I didn't pull up a meme today. I didn't pull up something that inspired me. People have been inspiring me. People who want to get into cybersecurity. And my suggestion is just go for it. You might not have anything that the industry finds value right now. But if you start now, if you start tomorrow, and you get on this track of learning and you like the subject, you will be there. You will get there. Yeah, I truly believe in that. You will get there. So, in the meantime, I'm going to share my screen. We're not going to go by questions today. Today, we're going to go by the Comptia Certification Objective Report that Comptia for the A+ puts out. We're just going over Core 1, which is the 221,001 core objectives from Comptia. Notice here, let me make this bigger. They just talk about the examination. Okay. They want you to, there is a part 2. You have to pass both parts. Right now I'm just studying for part 1. And they say that these are the necessary skills for an entry-level IT position. Okay. Successful candidates for this exam, Comptia is saying, will have the knowledge required to assemble, install, configure, maintain, understand, properly and safely diagnose, resolve, and document, apply, provide, understand, and know. Therefore, this test is in compliance with the ISO 17024 standard, and it is developed for entry-level IT professionals to display their skills and knowledge. And we're going according to what Comptia says is important for the test. Again, we're going to give the information of what it takes to successfully complete the examination. If you go to the Comptia website, you'll find this. Okay. And also, we talk about what items are on the examination. And so far, we are studying networking, which is 20% of the test. I don't know if you can see that big. Let's make it bigger. Networking is 20% of the test. And hardware is 27% of the test. And then they've got hardware and network troubleshooting is 27% of the test. So that's like the huge bulk of the test that I am going to go over. And also I'll pick questions sometimes or either just work off of this report as my study guide. And I will do reading. However, I will not be live doing reading. Perhaps what I could do is just put up a sign once I go live and say, I'm reading. This is basically just time for me to study. And it's time for, if you need to follow along with my study materials and my study plan or strategy, you can just follow along with me. Okay, we're going to go back down to network. Yesterday, we talked about PoE and EOP. Okay, let's go back. And today, I posted something on my personal page, and it was talking about routers, switches, and firewall. But I think I'm going to switch it up just a little bit and talk about this patch panel. Okay, that way we're kind of going backwards as far as the last in this 2.2 list instead of going by the first to the last. And it's only because most people are going to go from the first to the last. And so I am going to do it differently. Okay. We're going to go to Dogpile. And don't look at any of my, let's see here. Oh, we're going to go to Dogpile. Okay. Don't look at any of my former searches. Don't worry about those. Okay. Patch panel. What the heck is a patch panel? Whoa. Whoa, whoa, and whoa. It looks like a lot of equipment. What about, you can get this at Home Depot? That's interesting. What is this? It's a couple of different places that has what is a patch panel, which is what we just asked, and why do you need it? That's so interesting. Let's go to Amazon because Amazon's got it too, right? Let's go to a couple places. Okay. Of course. Let's see here. patch panel. Isn't that interesting? You don't need to know my law. Okay. Okay, doesn't matter. All right, so it looks like, oh wow. It looks like this is that's not my drink. This is a patch panel. It's a mini patch panel. Lo and behold, it's listed under Wi-Fi and networking devices, okay? And here's another patch panel. Let's go to this one. It's $93. What's this? Some kind of tool. Okay, it's a Cat6 twist and mount patch panel. Okay. Pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. It's commercial grade patching of data and phone for easy use. Patented retention force technology ensures years of reliable use. 12 ports offer connectivity to Cat6 Cable. Okay, let's do this Cat6 Cable real quick. Going back to this cable in a twisted pair, whether it's unshielded twisted pair or shielded twisted pair. We are back at twisted pair that we talked about yesterday. And we talked about the colors orange, blue, green, and brown. There is also a gray. And notice, interestingly enough, which I never noticed yesterday, but there's the gray and white right there, dead smack in the middle of that twisted pair there. Interesting. And it looks like category 6 or Cat6 Ethernet cable comes in 50 feet, 100 feet, and 25 feet. And it looks like here's some prices here if you wanted to purchase it. And it looks like one is specifically saying it's for your PC, laptop, server, printer, router, media player, and more. Okay. And so I'm assuming that what they're trying to say is this patch panel has something to do if we could get this here by October 22nd or 26th, we could actually get this here. And people usually buy the video splitter module and a shelf bracket together, or frequently bought together. Let's see here. I wonder, is this part of, let's just look at this. I don't want to start guessing, but I do have a lot of questions. I'm just super interested. Leviton is the brand name who makes this that they're selling here at Home Depot. Let's look up Leviton for something. Ooh, they make smart switches, dimmers, wiring devices, Leviton. Let's just look them up real quick. You know, I always get super interested in who's making stuff and what's going on. And here they are. Okay, you can see this too. Here they are. We're at Leviton. We don't need that. Cabling systems for building automation. Wi-Fi. So this is for house. This is for company. This is very smart. It's okay. Very interesting. This is what I was going to say. What it looked like these patch panels are for is for network solutions. And here you go, and this company is making them. And that is very interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go to these websites where it says, what is a patch panel and why do you need it? And some type of community FS forum blog, what is a patch panel and why do you need it? Very interesting, John, that you write this article because that's exactly the question we had. What is a patch panel and why do we need it? What does it have to do with if I'm working in IT and if I am coming in as a entry level person? Why the heck do I need to know what a patch panel is? And what is it good for? What's in it for me? I guess I shouldn't say what's in it for me, but what the heck does it have to do with me? Patch panel. All this EQ. Isn't this cute? Who else finds EQ cute besides me? Okay. I feel like I need to get closer to my computer system here. I'm far away. And okay. It feels much better. And I forgot where I started, but okay. So a patch panel, what is a patch panel and why do you need it? It provides flexibility and simplicity for your cable management and network cabling systems. Interesting. It is an effective and flexible networking device to keep your data center or server room organized, as well as make it much easier to move, add, or change the cabling infrastructure in the future. The definition, type, function, application, and frequently asked questions of a patch panel will be demonstrated in this article. How comprehensive! This is exactly the type of article that I like. It seems very comprehensive. Before we get started, we're going to come back to that, but I just want to see if there's any type of pictures here. As you guys all know that I really learn from pictures. Oh, wow. Look at that. So those must be, let me guess. Wait, whoa, group 3, LC ports, high density 95. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Okay. Look how these things just pop in and out here. So if you had this easy, oh, get out of here. Okay, so wait, let's do something. I just saw something that I think needs to be addressed. FS is a company, and I think they make them also. Isn't this interesting? Patch panels. Do they make patch panels? Oh, this is very interesting. I just really got that. I looked for the blog. Very interesting. I'm not sure if they make things to help patch panels or if they make patch panels. It looks like these are not patch panels, but yeah, okay. It looks like that they have okay, so let's look at this. This is wow, this even tells you how many are in stock here. So if you were at work and for some reason the IT director is like, I need for you to purchase 65, you couldn't get these. It's only 23 in stock. You could get these. You could not get that. You could get this and have one. You probably buy one. Get permission to buy the last one just to have them all, you know. Interesting, very interesting. And look how beautifully this is laid out. I love for the wires to look all nice and pretty and organized like this and all the pretty colors. You know, look at this. Look at these little things right here. And so they have this so that you could kind of just like, it reminds me of when I grew roses and I would grow the roses and spread the roses throughout the fence, and just like that. And I'm sure that these are much easier to bend than when I grew roses and tried to cultivate my roses around a fence and bend them, because I literally got pricked a few times. Yep, me and the roses. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to acknowledge that I recognize that this blog is coming from a company called FS, and that is awesome. So now we've discovered two different companies, and I'm very grateful for this thorough blog. And so anyway, it looks like they have these little containers for our different type of cabling, and you can switch them out to have the type of cable connectors that you desire. And look at here, we're just still looking at the pictures. Oh, and we've seen this picture before. That's kind of cute, right? Okay. Okay, like it might be your job or my job to literally go in there and make sure that it's still pretty like that. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the top and figure out what is a patch panel and why do I need it? Okay. So where are we at? Okay. Generally, there are two kinds of patch panels in the typical data center infrastructure. On the basis of the cables, they are working with fiber optic patch panels and Ethernet patch panels. I was going to say that because I thought that one looked different, and I saw them switching out the little connectors, and I'm like, interesting. So you can have fiber and I'm sure Ethernet and or. I'm sure there's a combo of the three. I'm just guessing here, but I'm just guessing that you have all type of options. Okay, both of them are available in different designs, configurations, or port counts, and can be customized to fit various network cabling requirements. Like, for example, fiber optic panels, which are standard fiber optic patch panel. Let me see if this link goes somewhere. We just want to see this picture for a second. They want me to purchase one. I wish I could. Oh, wow. Those are hot. Hot off the rack. I'm not sure if these colors has anything to do with I do recognize that there's different type of connectors. So I don't know if you can see this, but this one's saying it's for fiber. Okay. And this one's fiber. And this one is fiber too. Looks like a fiber connector. This one is fiber connectors. And notice this is like three different connectors of fiber. And then these are fiber connectors, look different than the others. And then here is copper or fiber. Okay. And let's move this over some. Okay, so it didn't really. Let's go back to the blog. Okay. The standard fiber optic patch panel can be loaded with LCAC, can be loaded with LCSC MTP. I wish there was other people here. I would literally let you read stuff. Okay, MTP adapters, which are commonly used as the intermediate connection between the backbone and patch cables. Okay, FHD fiber, patch panel with single mode and multi-mode fiber types with different adapter options and port counts. Okay, breakout patch panel. Breakout patch panels are specifically designed for high density of 40G to 10G and 100G to 25G breakout cabling as an agile and scalable solution to mitigate cable clusters and improve airflow. Oh wow, I'm sure airflow is super important, making sure this room stays cool and you don't have clusters of cable all over the place, which could probably break something. And then here's the word: breakout patch panels deliver aesthetic appeal. They are pretty and make the data center a more inviting place. The breakout patch panel in FS come with both single mode and multi-mode options. Very interesting. 10G to 25G LC ports. And this is high density 96 fiber. Okay. And it's saying this is how it looks before it goes in. And there's some type of connector that it's connecting with. Okay. So the two are breakout patch panel and fiber optic patch panel. Modular patch panel is a rack mount modular fiber enclosure panel and multimedia adapter panel, which are the two common types of modular panels. The former can hold up to 4 FHD MTP cassettes or fiber adapter panels, fitting for both front and rear mounting and horizontal cable management. Okay. The latter can allow users to customize their own adapter panel in a high density cabling system. Okay. And here it's got Ethernet. So we see fiber up here and the way the fiber connects to these patch panels. And here is the Ethernet patch panels. Ethernet patch cables can be classified into different types: Cat5e, Cat6, which we saw the Cat6 wires, Cat6a Ethernet patch panel, blank keystone patch panel, 110 punch down Ethernet patch panel, etc. To know more about Ethernet patch panel types and how to choose the best type, check out types of RJ45 patch panels, how to select the suitable one. I'm just curious. We're going to just click on that and go to it in a minute. The most popular Ethernet patch panel nowadays is the Cat6 feed-through patch panel, which is welcomed by its simplicity and cost effectiveness. When you are not sure to decide in advance which type of cables will be used to connect your hardware, you can use a blank keystone patch panel to make a mixed connection based on your actual demands. Okay. That makes sense. That makes literally all the sense in the whole freaking wide world. Like, if I guess for some reason you're going to redo your whole data center and recable what already exists, like let's say a company is actually moving and they're like, we don't want any of the old wires. We want all new wires. We want it to be put together in a very pretty manner. We want it color coded. We have a certain amount of fiber cables. We have a certain amount of Ethernet cables, and we need them in our new data center as pretty as can be and organized as can be. And so this company is saying what they will do is work with you, work with the IT department, work with you to build up your data center, build up the racks with what exists, what you already have. So knowing your inventory is super important, and asking everybody, kind of like check your list twice, check your list for the third time to figure out if everything that you are including is something that you have and that will need to be connected so that you don't have anything left off. So people having all of their equipment, anything that they need for work is included. And I remember one of the companies was selling this for your own house. So I'm sure this is for enterprise or some type of company, but if you had this system set up and it was for your own house, let's say you had a mansion or a mini mansion or even an apartment building, and you had this set up, you can get it made based on what actualness you need, not having to guess what you need in the future. And they will have a situation where you can build upon what you've already bought. That seems like a win-win situation. I don't know. What can you acquire from installing patch panels? Yeah, what can we acquire? The patch panel is one of the few components used in both copper and fiber cabling networks, and almost all business network setups use patch panels for cabling installation. There we go, right there. So what can be a patch panel used for? Finding the answer in the following descriptions. Okay. They mentioned it before though. Aesthetic appeal. No one would deny that organized cabling is also a fantastic visual feast for everyone. Wow. I've met my tribe. Okay. We've seen lots of before and after pics about cabling with the help of using patch panels and other cable management tools. And we've witnessed their magic power to rearrange messy spaghetti in your rack or cabinet. If you're annoyed with such a mess, the best way to reduce cable clutter more effectively is to use a fiber patch panel or Ethernet patch panel. Okay, understood. Let's just see where these go. We've got some to look up, so before we go on, let's go ahead and see where those links are going to. This is something we've already looked at all the switches. All right, I think those are switches. Okay, and here we've already seen this. This is different types of, okay. 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 Types of RJ45. It has a video. Cat5e or Cat6. And they say Cat6 is the most popular patch panel and blank Ethernet patch panel. Okay. I presume they're talking about this little organizational item right here that sticks out that you can actually take these cables. Oh, shucks. I do not want to do that. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Type of RJ45s, Cat5, Cat6, Cat6A. Cat6A definitely looks different. Okay. And Cat6 looks thicker than Cat5e, perhaps. I don't know if you could see that. Okay. We're just looking at pictures because we just followed this. We're just going wide with our information right now. Once we go wide with our information, then we can take one subject and go deep into the subject area. Okay. And so for now, I am saving, which you could follow along and save all of these websites so that we can go back to them later and learn more about these equipment. Okay. And so here is another picture. It's a Cat6A patch panel. And so basically the patch panel is a connector. It connects the connector to your frames, or what they call your racks, or your data center switches, it looks like. Okay. And it looks like, okay, Cat6 unshielded patch panel, Cat6 shielded patch panel. Very interesting. I'm sure we've all seen this before. Perhaps on TV even too. You see all these TV shows and they're like somebody goes into like the data center and the bad guy, the bad hacker, tries to actually put something onto or plug something into the network by going into their data center and mess around with their racks. Usually there's some type of computer that is kind of hidden in the racks. And yeah, so awesome. Okay. And here it has with port. It's associating with, so here it's got 24 ports, 48 ports for RJ45s. Okay. Let me just see something because I knew that some of these were, yeah. So the height is different. Punch down versus feed through. Oh, I've definitely seen this before. And this punch down. Okay, feed through. I'm sure there's some type of situation going where someone who actually does something with these can tell you with this punch down here. We're going to figure all this stuff out. They've got websites on websites. We're going to figure it out. Right now, I'm just going to keep going with this patch panel. And it looks like this is for angled area. I mean, actually, that would be kind of cute because I've always seen them be just straight. And if you had each one coming out at a point, I mean, that would just really be cute. But the thing about this is most companies, unless you're moving and they don't already have that there for you, so you built a new building, I would imagine, and you're putting in new racks for your data center. But I could imagine that these companies already have this stuff. They already have the infrastructure built. And so there's not a lot of people doing this all the time, building. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. It could be something like, some other situation. If you'd like to leave a comment anywhere and let me know on what scenarios would IT folks use this, purchase this, and consistently buy it. Is this some knowledge that you'll use every once in a while, or maybe perhaps once? Or is this something that there's a dedicated person that like literally uses patch panels and builds up racks all the time, and we as an IT team consistently needs it? I don't know. Maybe it could be both. Then we've got here an illustration of different patch cables. Okay, which is very cute and colorful. Okay. A punch down tool inserting wire into insulation displacement connectors. Okay. Punch down tool. Interesting. Cable ties. Super important. Okay. Definitely needing even a multicolor because you got to color code it. How are girls not doing this? Okay. I mean, I like to color code it to my nails for the day. Tell me, when am I going to be doing this? Anyway. I have like sick, like unshielded, twisted pair colors on my fingernails. This is cute. Okay, jack modules, models. I don't know how to pronounce this one. We're in a study session. It should be fun. If I mispronounce a word, just laugh. Anyway. Cable manager and wire duct. Okay. All this to help you build your racks. Racks upon racks upon racks. RJ45 goes with copper cabling. That's the connector, RJ45. I think we'll have to find that over again. Okay, let's go to the next one because we pulled up something. And it looks like this is cable management. And this is where it's a lot of stuff, like it's 1, 2. Oh, shucks. I didn't mean to do that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of these columns, and there are 3 across, and it looks like there could be more. Who knows? But that is the look of the data center. Here we go. Here we go. Look, data center server, rack wiki, definition, types, and bind guide. Look at this. Basic knowledge and tips for data center cabling. Look at this. So here is the columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they are very separated instead of this other one that is really close. Like, I guess, how would you get through there? How would you do that? Okay, I don't know. But look at here. Look, we got cameras. This is a very secure place, right? We want to make sure that this is well protected, very well protected physically and by computer and in the cyberspace. It's well protected. Okay. And look at this. This could be like just for your mini mansion. And this is the cabling that's going to your house. Let's say your refrigerator, I mean, can we say this? Can your refrigerator be hooked up at some point to Ethernet cable and have some type of computer system? We're talking about IoT for a mini mansion. So I've got my whole little mini mansion and it's all wired, right? And I've got my own little racks or data center in my house. And I've got my computer, my refrigerator possibly not only hooked up into power, but it's also hooked up into the computer system, the internet, by ways of this patch panel. I love it. We can learn some more about this. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. Okay, and now I think we have another website to look at, and we've already seen those. It's one other thing. Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's go back. The very first one. So aesthetic appeal. Then we've got here is more flexibility, simplified cable management. They're giving you the benefits of why you would have a patch panel. Because of course the question up here is, why do you need it? So the patch panel is what's going to help you have an aesthetic appeal and help you organize the cabling. Okay? Have you more flexible and simplified. Do patch panels decrease signal quality? Some believe that too many connections between patch panels and switches or other devices may affect the network throughout. Actually, a proper patch panel won't decrease your network speed. Just make sure your patch panel is rated for the cable category you are using. And check if you've terminated cables using the right way. So in other words, we're using everything to the manufacturer's suggested use. Do I need a patch panel or just a switch? Oh, good question. Patch panel and switch do different things. Okay? A patch panel is not a switch. The main function of a patch panel is for the purpose of neat and tidy cable management. While network switch enables the connected device to talk to others via the cables, it depends on your specific needs to choose from them. So the patch panel is you're still gonna plug into a switch. You're just gonna use the patch panel to help you be neat and tidy with your cable management. That is a very, very significant statement. And it does not decrease signal quality, only if you're using every single thing to the manufacturer's suggested use. Okay? Alrighty here. Let's go to the other website. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to this because we had found some things. Uh-oh, you can see my list here. Just ignore that. Oh, good, you can't see it. Let's see here. Maybe if I... Oh, that's wonderful. We're going to close that up. No one needs to see my Amazon list, okay? That I've got, my shopping list right now. But we are going to go here because if I was working and I had a... and I do, I work for Amazon. I do work for Amazon too. I sell the items that I sell. I resell them to people. So that's why you see my Amazon looks a little different than everyone else's because, yeah. Okay, so Platinum Connector, 24 points. And it's I don't want to really say I work for Amazon because I'm not an employee of Amazon, but I'm an influencer on social media. And so I influence people to purchase something that I've purchased or that I like. Okay. So just to clear that up, I'm not an employee of Amazon. It would be a great thing to be. But unfortunately, I had to clear that up just to make sure. Okay. But anyway, here's some patch panels. And these are helpful with making for cable management and aesthetics. These are not switches. And see how these are not switches? The cable goes right through it. It's just a panel. 48 port patch panel. Rack mount or wall mount. Okay, looks like you need cable ties, cable patch panels. Look at that. Cat6 patch panel. Back bar compatible with 5E6, 6A. Yeah. Plug it in there and plug something else in on the other side. Only 16 left. That must be a very popular one right here. ETS 24 port Cat6 pass-through coupler patch panel. If you are a company and I'm not giving you enough recognition, feel free to contact me. I will be more than happy to promote any of your equipment for a small fee. I will be more than happy to be an influencer over your awesome equipment that works people. I would be more than happy to entertain any type of partnering with equipment. Okay. Alrighty. We're just going to go through this website. This is the second website that we found. And it says patch panel, what it is and why your data center needs it. And a patch panel is a piece of hardware with multiple ports that helps organize a group of cables. It's an organizer for cables. Each of these ports contain a wire that goes to a different location. Patch panels can be quite small with just a few ports or very large with many hundreds of ports. They can also be set up for fiber optic cables, Cat5 cables, RJ45 cables, and many others. So we're talking about fiber, Ethernet, copper. Hopefully you're seeing this. Okay, great. What is a patch panel used for? Patch panels connect various IT devices together. They are in many different environments, including communications closets, telephone company central offices, and data centers. Understanding the role they play can help to determine if your facility requires a patch panel, and if so, how to set it up. Each port in a patch panel goes to a different device somewhere in the facility. Each panel bundles all the connections together in order to connect to another network. This is often how a LAN connects to a WAN or to the internet. Okay. Patch panels are also commonly used in facilities with a lot of telephone lines. in which one main line is used for all phones. Advantages of patch panels. Patch panels are an important piece of equipment in the data center. Using a patch panel comes with many advantages that make it well worth the investment. Some of the most significant benefits of using patch panels include scalability. And after installing a patch panel, you can easily add new devices without having to run new cable end to end. Reduces cable clutter. Patch panels are typically located closer to the actual equipment. This makes it possible to use a shorter patch cable from the panel. A fiber optic or other high-capacity connectors runs to the next network or the internet. Inexpensive. Patch panels aren't considered smart devices in that they don't perform any function other than facilitating the passing of data. I would have to say, if there's passing of data, we want to make sure that that's super secure, right? This means that they are very inexpensive. Lowering cable costs. Having a patch panel allows you to use shorter cables, which cost less than longer ones. Typically, you can also use inexpensive Cat5 cables to get to the patch panel rather than costly fiber optics. Easier maintenance. If you ever need to run a test cable, test a port, or perform any other common maintenance task, it can be done more quickly and is more easier than if each device had a cable run to its final destination. Patch panels are one of the oldest types of technical equipment still popular today. They are quite simple in their design and function, but still help to improve the organization and function of a data center or almost any other environment with lots of equipment. Patch panel cable management system. Okay, so I'm just going to skip over some of these words, but they're saying they're labeling cables. They have color-coded cables, patch cable organizers. We saw that, the little stuff on the side too. You can slide your cable in between and pull it away from the rack for airflow, I presume. Zip ties, using zip ties, helping you bundle. And it's just the most important thing when it comes to patch cable management is having a good plan right from the beginning. It is much easier to spend a little extra time coming up with a good way to run your cables than it is to try to untangle hundreds of wires down the road. So now the first thing we're going to all do is go and ask when we go to the IT department, and they may or may not allow us. I'm not sure. Maybe a secure place. Perhaps not the ideal place for a new employee, but we're going to ask to go see how organized and clean, dust-free, full of airflow, color-coded with ties and proper cable management is displayed in their data center or on their racks. It's super important, I would imagine, to see that and to see if it's not, because then that means that is a valuable place that you have an opportunity for work. Right. All right, you guys, we learned all about patch panels. Thank you. And we're going to get ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and save this stuff under today's date. Okay. I save all my websites of when I go and study. And today being 10/15/2021, we're going to save all of our websites. And you're going to see me close up some websites. I'm going to keep my Amazon page. I'm going to keep that page, keep that page, keep that page, keep that page. I'm going to keep that page. I'm going to keep that page. I'm going to keep that page. And I'm going to keep this page because it had a lot to do with Cat6. I'm going to keep this page because it's the company that goes along with it. We don't need that. We are going to keep this page because that's where you can find it. And dog pow was the beginning. And we can keep this page. What the heck? And that takes me to, I looked up dog pow. And that takes me to patch panel. And so if we had a highlighter or if we were drawing on this, we could actually draw on here and say, we've checked this out. We've checked this out. We've checked out injectors. We've checked out switch. We've checked out Ethernet. We've checked it out. How you go back? I don't want this on there. Anyway, we've looked at all that stuff. So we can now go to other places. But these are the common compare and contrast common networking hardware devices. But first, we just need to know what these hardware devices are, right? Okay, let's see here what else we can do for next time. We're under 2 for networking. And up here it shows that networking is 20% of the test. And so we're going to stick around with networking. I think we may do protocols, ports, TCP versus UDP. I'm not sure if we're going to do that Saturday or Sunday, or even Monday. We could even do it on Monday, but through the week, I would say Tuesday through Friday, we're going to complete these other rows and columns in this compare and contrast common networking hardware devices. And it looks like we've got other places to go. And other places to go. We did go through all of this one day, but we can go through that again. We did go through some of this stuff, but not really. So we can go through that later. And of course, we can go through the rest of this stuff, and that was to hardware. And then it looks like I would think that some of this, okay, we've already kind of gone through as we're going through other stuff like shielded twisted pair, unshielded twisted pair, Cat5. But we are going to extensively just look at this information, right? Because right now, this and this is located under there, but we did not see those anywhere while we were looking at network cables, did we? And we did go over, it seemed like video cables, but we didn't completely just stay within the realm of video cables. We did go over SCSI. I should do a check mark. We did go over IDE, and I think it was EIDE. And so we probably need to go through this again. I'm not sure we went over that when we did cables, but anyway, I'm just showing you how some of this stuff is crossing. And so today we talked about RJ45 and some of this other stuff. If you want to leave me a comment that if I forgot something that we did go through that I'm looking at that I'm not showing. We did do the magnetic hard drive. What was the fastest? And we found out that this is the fastest for SCSI. Excuse my, was it the SCSI or was it RAD? I'm not sure. So we're just we need to go back over this. Okay. And then here's some more hardware. Here's some more purposes and uses of various peripheral types. Okay, I'm thinking they're calling it peripheral types. I'm calling it IODs, Internet of IoT, Internet of Things. Okay, but they're calling it peripheral types, power supply types and features. Okay. install configuration common devices. That one, it's give a scenario, install and configure. Okay, we're going to eventually get to that live, but I'm going to stick with the definitionals of everything first. Okay, and then you got cloud, and then you've got the troubleshooting, which is super important to understand. And they only give 2 pages of the troubleshooting items that they feel like we should know. I'm not even going to look at these now, because as we're learning the other stuff, it is definitely going to be able to check off places under the problem solving scenarios. And then here are acronyms and what the acronyms mean, which I feel like is super important to go over. There's 3, 4 pages, and then proposed hardware and software list, there's 1 page. So that will talk to us about the items. And I did not know if I was, okay, here we are. I was going to say, I didn't know if it was showing everything. I really hope so, because this is what I am going over. We can either go over some questions or we can go over our PDF. And so that's basically my choice. And I was doing 5 questions, and then I had a question with one of the questions. And so we only did 4 one day, 2 another day. And so I don't know. We're just going to keep this study session light. All right. Have a great night. And I hope to see you at the study session again tomorrow.